you really have to see people.
Yeah,
you
man.
get along with people and you see how they act. And after a while, you have to reach out. You know, just because we're up there alone with a microphone don't mean we're selfish.
Right.
Does not mean we're selfish. It means that we just chose that. We want to go up there naked. Anybody could join an improv fucking troupe with 8 guys and giggle and have your friends come see you and tell you a marvelous. You know, in my world, I respect stand-up comics. I really have a big, because I know what they're going through.
Right.
I know what they're going through at the 5th year, the 10th year, the 15th year, because you've been there. You've seen it. You know what you feel like. You feel like shit. So when I saw that Bill was producing the podcast for you and stuff, I was very happy.
Yeah.
You know, that brings that. How long you been friends with Bill?
Shit, I've known him for a long time.
Long fucking
It's like
time.
from New York. You know what I'm saying? And when I first moved out here, he had moved out here. He had booked some pilot, but then I guess it got canceled. So he was going to bounce. And I was like, yo, stick around.
Was that was 97?
97, 98 or something
98 when his
Yeah.
show got canceled.
And then he went back.
He went back.
Yeah.
And he did the right thing.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't listen to me.
He started from scratch.
Yeah.
Just hitting the clubs. He was a little depressed, you know,
Yeah.
because we're all depressed when we lose that shot.
Yeah, because
We think it's going to define us and make.
Because normally, because you've seen that be somebody's only shot, is that one shot, and if you don't take that, like there's some great comics from like the 80s and 90s, like what's the guy that killed himself in the shower, the Platypus Man? He had that,
Richard Jennings was
one of the
brilliant.
greatest fucking comics.
One of the greatest.
Just one shot, it felt like, and then after that, or maybe he had a bunch of pilots, but one made it to the ear and didn't work out, and that haunted him. It feels like.
Ian, what's a shot? What is a shot?
Go ahead.
Describe a shot for people who are not comics. People, what is a shot?
Well, I'll tell you what a shot used to mean, and then now you don't even know what the fuck a shot is right now, because it can happen so many different ways. A shot could be today an Instagram post that goes viral. It could be a YouTube. It could be when you just told me off air, you did the podcast with Rogan in December and everybody listened to it. And then the guy upstairs that you've been with the agency for 4 months called down the other guy, say, hey, you didn't tell me you had Joey Diaz. And then your ball gets rolling. You know what I mean? Like when I started, a shot was is a step-by-step set of shots. First, you try to get an audition for Montreal. So you get the audition. That's a part of the shot. Then you audition for Montreal, and then they say, yes, you can go to Montreal. So that's another step or phase of the shot. And then when you're at Montreal, you kill. And then you got meetings. And after the meetings, you get a TV show deal. And then you see if your show gets picked up to even get shot. That's another part of the shot. And then you see if the show gets picked up to go on the air. And then you see if it lasts on the air. If it lasts a year or 2 years or 3 years, your shot is over. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody will remember that show. It's the show that was on 9 to 10 years or 8 years that people will remember. So, but then now you can kind of fail upwards. I feel like now if you are on a show, you can parlay that now more and say, well, I was on this show, and people are looking for people. There's more platforms, there's more channels, there's more shows. So people are like, all right, let's get that guy. He was sanctioned by these people on this network or platform, so maybe we can use him on ours. You know what I mean? But the terminology shot has kind of changed.
Well, now shot for me meant your big break.
Right.
You know how many big breaks I thought I was going to get? 30.
30.
You know, I mean, let's take the longest shot, for example. I thought that was going to change my life. Right now that it's been on the air for 13 years, we can get out of the way.
Right.
How can it not change your life? Look at the cast. Look what Adam Sandler, damage he was doing in 2005,
Right.
2004, 2000. Anything he touched turned to gold.
Right.
Well, I was shooting the movie. They said, it's all over. Like, it's all over. Like, once this movie comes out, you write your own ticket.
Here's the fucked up thing. I forgot you was in the movie.
Yeah. You know,
That's the fucked up thing.
The crazy thing is that I remember the movie getting released, and just sitting at home and looking at the phone. And nobody called. And then Nick Turturro got a bunch of movies, and Lobo got a bunch of movies, and Tracy Morgan got put in fucking 30 Rock, and Terry Crews, forget what happened with Terry Crews.
That guy.
And there I
forgot he was in this movie.
Yeah, there I was, the fucking ugly chick at the dance.
Did you feel bad that when you saw everybody getting shit?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. How would you feel if you thought this was it? Your life was going to change.
Right.
When I say change, what was I? Did I think I was going to be driving a convertible fucking Maserati with 20 people in the car? No. You know what change was for me? 20 weeks of work.
Right.
200 people coming to my shows, maybe. Mm-hmm. Getting an agent to book you. Getting a stronger theatrical agent.
Right.
None of that happened.
Did you have an agent at the time when you got it?
Yeah, he was a bum then, and he's a bum now. He's like Tony Montana in Scarface. You know, it was.
It didn't change him that you got that.
It set me fucking. Like the movie came out in May, and by October I was a fucking mess.
Damn, son.
Like the phone hadn't rang, no agents came and spoke to me, you know. But if that was somebody else, I'm not crying.
Right.
If that was somebody else who got it, it would have been all over. It would have been a billboard. It would have been a variety thing. Right. Congratulations to this guy, our client, for doing this. You know, it's just the things that didn't happen. And I'm not crying. I got the experience of my life. Right. But when I was doing that movie, a wise man told me. He pulled me aside one day. He goes, "You're doing great in this, but this has to take time. It's got to take cultures." Right. And recently, I saw it. You go on the fucking Rogan podcast. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. They look you up, and now they go, "That's the fat dude from The Longest Yard."
Oh, shit.
Now they research more.
Yeah.
So what I learned was everything comes back in cultures.
Right.
Everything, that Mad TV you did that nobody fucking saw, now one night they air it at 11 o'clock, and there's a million people home because there's a snowstorm, and you're a fucking star.
Right.
So everything takes cultures. Everything comes in cultures. What you did in 2007, if it was good, history's going to come back to repeat itself.
Right.
You know how many times people have called, hit me on Twitter and said, "I didn't know you were My Name is Earl." They don't know.
Yeah.
So it comes back. Now they'll go pay the $5.
Right.
Now that's validation. That's my favorite show. Now I got to go see him. All those things. And for me, it was not a movie, right? Like for me, it was not a movie. It was not me killing on the road. People fucking hated me on the road.
Yeah,
it was telling a hooker story. Telling a story about me mugging a hooker.
We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.